our receiver came off, but we should be good now. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for all the good morning wishes. We had no sound because we didn't turn on one of our little device things that we need to turn on, but we're on now, and we're here, and you can hear everything we say, and it's good because I kind of screwed up when I was talking earlier, but Penny's here.
Good morning.
And thank you, Doug. Doug's got our lights on. We had no lights. We've been trying to do a few things this morning that to get ready for today, and I think we have sound now, so if you could, Janet, if you could let us know, but I'm pretty sure we've got our sound. They're still saying no sound. But I think it's got to be here. Everything's delayed. So Penny's here. She's going to be doing some Copic coloring. Look at those cute little flower pots with the tulip. And I went to the Tulip Festival last week. So,
yes, you did.
So this is perfect. And that was in Pella, Iowa. And I guess there's a Tulip Festival in Holland, Michigan, because Kay, our customer Kay, was there. And it was about the same time.
No sound? Still no sound?
I think we're good now. So we had no sound, but our sound is back. Diane got her hair done today. We should have shown it. All right. Well, anyway, look at all the cards Penny's going to show us. And first, before we do that, we are going to take a look at what we did yesterday.
Oh, yes.
And then we are going to show you new product. Finally, we're showing you new product. We just haven't taken the time to do that, and I know that's why a lot of people are here. So yesterday we had a craft along, and many of you did craft along, and thank you for that if you did. And if you didn't, maybe you made them later or you're going to make them sometime. But we made albums with 4 sheets of paper. So here Penny's showing the little one that we made, and it's pretty simple. And once you start making them, you're just going to go crazy. I
just love them.
So Penny, show that one that we made with the Crafty Garden. That was really fun to make, and they turn out to be 6 by 9 if you follow the scoring that we did yesterday, and that's what we showed you how to do that yesterday, and then we showed you some other little sizes and options. But if you made one, give us a heart or a thumbs up, or let us know if you've tried it yet. And I really enjoyed working with the Crafty Garden. And you will see some things on our blog coming up in a few days. And they're asking about the little colorful one, and we can show you that one again too.
All these little.
Oh, that's just ephemera. All those inserts are ephemera from the Crafty Garden from 49 and Market. So the little one that Penny has, these sheets were from the Color Vibe 6 by 8 tablets. And so the paper started out at 6 by 8, and then we scored it down the middle at 4 inches, and then we folded it up, I think, what do you think, maybe an inch or so?
1.5 inches, 1.25 inches.
And Verna Lynn made one yesterday, so yay.
Ooh, yay.
I love it when people get inspired. So this had all the rainbow colors. I think it's the Brights from the Color Vibe. And Ruby made one. So that's what we did yesterday, and then we even made this little one with the note cards from the 49 and Market Crafty Garden. So that was kind of fun too. Hey, they like your nails because they match Crafty Garden.
Yes,
Penny.
they do.
So Penny is wearing the Crafty Garden color from 49 and Market. Oh gosh, good morning everyone. Thanks for joining us. We're just showing you what we did yesterday, and now we've got a variety of items to show you that are new, and we're going to start with the Ayal.
Oh yes.
So we discovered Diane had ordered some of this new ephemera, and you guys, they've got more coming out too, so we'll be getting more. But this is called Palooza Confetti, and these this has 160 pieces. They're $9.99, and if you flip it over, Penny, you can see that, well, those all kind of went to the bottom, but they're bigger than you think. And
yeah, because, put your finger next to it. So the balloon is bigger than my fingernail.
Aren't those just fun? That would even be just fun confetti for a birthday party.
Oh, my gosh.
And then you could pick it up and use it for your projects afterwards.
Yes.
So we're going to show you all of them. I think we have about a dozen. And that one was number 20,
Number
so they have a
20.
number. This one is number 38, and it's called Dream Drops. And there you go, lots of fun rainbows. I'll tell you, our staff's going a little crazy with these this morning. And Janet just put a link to all of them. See, all of the AL and Create. And so Penny's showing
3 different versions
30,
of butterflies.
32,
32.
which is called Admirals, and 28, which is called Aerial Beauties. And then we have Magic Feelers 41.
Mosaic.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to read through the thing.
Number 41.
Okay, so can you flip them over so we can see the actual pieces? I'm trying to get out of the glare. There we go. So I think these are really wonderful like they are in black and white, or I think you could color them. Maybe with your Copic markers or watercolor or Tombow markers, whatever you might have. Colored pencils.
So cute.
And then there's another butterfly. This is number 29, and it's called Color in Flight.
63 pieces.
And they're just, and Maggie's already is planning a clean and simple card with these. And then here's 26 and 27, TikTok and Antique Clocks. And I think there's another clock one too.
Of course there is.
And this one is called Set Your Timer. That looks more like the antique clocks to me. So you have 3 different clock faces, 26, 27, and 37. Penny's twisting her arms here trying to show us. And those are pretty big. You have maybe a 1-inch size up to maybe a 2 or 2.25-inch size.
Yep. Wow.
And we're probably going to be reordering these today, I bet. And then here's Fish Drops. And this is number 42, and somebody requested these.
I'm so glad.
Well, Chris and we can't remember who it is.
Eyes.
So if you requested Fish Drops, if you could please call us or send an email or a message on Messenger. And I apologize. We have searched and we're trying to figure out who it was that wanted the Fish Drops. So let us know. And again, we're sorry if we're not sure.
Here's Katie's favorite.
Katie absolutely loved this one. It's number 18. It's called Flying Hearts. And Katie loves to work with hearts and just add them here and there. And I wouldn't mind a cupcake. Like one of those cupcakes look pretty good too.
Yeah, it does.
Letters. And this one is number 22, and it's called Life Flutters. Is that what it says, Penny?
Yep, it is.
I don't remember this one. Oh, it's got lots of little sayings and words.
Is that a bird?
Live what you love. There's scrolls. Soul full of something. I wonder if you guys are liking these as much as we are. We actually ordered these on Saturday and they arrived yesterday. Is that amazing service? And this one's called Whimsy Lane, number 19.
Look at that.
Oh, yes, cute little houses.
Oh my gosh. Love
So
these.
if you're just joining us, we're going to do some Copic coloring for Mother's Day today. But first, we're showing you some new product.
To number 36, Les Sentiments. A little bit of French.
And then we've got a question about what they're made out of. So we're going to have to open one. Do you want to just open that one and see what kind of paper it is? Corrine says she loves them, and we totally agree. So this one's got lots of little phrases and words. We're going to Penny's opening one to kind of get a feel. Are they like paper? Are they a little bit heavier than paper?
It's not typing paper.
So it's heavier than paper. Oh,
But it's not cardstock.
No, it's not cardstock, but it is heavier. I don't know what the weight would be. It's kind of in between cardstock and paper.
So
but
I think
it's
sometimes
substantial.
that's called cover stock.
Could be.
So it's probably that, I don't know,
But look at all
40,
those.
50.
Oh my gosh. Lots of words there.
And big. I mean,
Just for
we could put that on a card, and that would be a great.
Oh my gosh, Penny, I love that idea. So there's where Penny took one and just added it to one of her little Copic
And that
cards.
panel is like 3 by 4 1/4. So imagine that on a 4 by 4 1/4 by 5 1/2.
those
Yeah.
are nice.
It's
Good little
perfect.
phrases. So thanks for asking about the weight, because I was wondering too. I thought it looked like a thin paper, but they are not.
Not as thin as expected.
Nancy says she loves those. Dawn said, oh, wow, those are fun. I really think we're going to be reordering these. We kind of ordered in a sampling to see what they were going to be like. And then this one is
outline florals.
I was going to say caffeine florals. I think
you need your
do have an
caffeine.
eye appointment in June, or maybe it's August. I don't know, but I might need that. And Kelly says she loves them too.
Okay.
The black and white would be so fun to work with, but also I think coloring them would be fun also. And these are your leaves. You got your doodle leaves in color and your doodle leaves in white.
So 10 and 11.
And these surprised me too at how big they were, Penny.
Look how big they are. These would be great on a scrapbook page.
They would. I agree. Put them around your pictures, around your title.
Oh, that'd
Color
be so
them
much
to
fun.
the color you want.
Yep. And then look at
This
these
one's
little
hilarious.
eyes. And the little garden gate.
It's called Grow Baby Grow.
Number 40.
And Doug just planted our garden yesterday, Penny. I garden from the house.
Yeah.
I look down at the garden, and if I see a red tomato, I mention it to Doug.
And Doug goes gets it.
And this one, I know Chris picked this one up today.
Let's
and
go.
Let's go. So it's great for travel.
Number 14. Look at that big
Look,
plane.
I love the airplanes. Oh
and
my
the little
gosh.
tickets, suitcase.
And Nancy
Oh.
commented the company has fun stamps and other items. And we do have their dies, we have their rub-ons, and we have some of their stamps. So check it out. It's a newer company. We've probably been carrying it for just, I don't know how many months.
Oops. We got a jumper.
Our distributor now carries it, so we can easily get them. It's, I believe this is from Great Britain, this company, so
Oh.
it's really nice. So check out the A-All, and we have to figure out if it's all in Create or A-All in Create. We're not really sure, but we got to figure
I
out.
think it sounds good. A-all.
A-All sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are so cool.
Then we got in some some reorders over here, Penny, if you want to show the.
The travel?
Okay, we can do the travel. Some of these are reorders and some of these are new.
So that
we
was-
got a sheet for Spain. So all of these papers and stickers and things we're showing you are in their themes. And Spain is a two-sided paper, so that's pretty nice. And then we're going to go to France. And those are actually die cuts. They are not stickers, but if you flip it over, they're pretty cool.
And they're bigger than you think.
Oh my gosh, yes. I love that boarding pass. Perfect for scrapbooks. And Penny, our daughter got engaged in France, and we have not
Really?
finished her album, but I'm like, ooh, I'm going to have to
I
get
think
these for
that
her
will be
album.
perfect for that. This is a nice background page.
Yep, that's a good one. So you'll find that in France. Is that one-sided?
Yes.
Okay. And then we've got the Eiffel Tower, and that's where she actually got engaged. Was at the Eiffel Tower.
Aw.
Isn't that just fun?
That is really nice.
And there's the Louvre Museum.
And that again is two-sided.
Janet says she has 2 France albums to make. So here you go, Janet.
Notre Dame. And then the journaling.
These are nice to cut apart, or you can leave it whole.
And I like the
just add
back.
your stuff.
I'm the B girl. So it says adventure, memories, and France.
So there's our France. And this one, I don't think we ever had this one before.
Nope. I made sure there's
France
an image
collage.
of it, and
All
it's
right.
just
Penny got
one-sided.
Penny got her images. Oh, you know everything because you've already
Yep.
looked at it. Okay, and now we're going to Italy, and these are stickers here.
Trying to hold it so there's no glare, but I don't know.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty
Okay.
darn good.
And then same thing with Italy, that background paper.
Well, and when we worked on Corianne's albums, she liked it, the old-looking paper because that, she said,
it's
looked
kind
like
of
where she
old.
was.
Yeah.
There's the
The
Colosseum.
Colosseum. And then with the latitude, longitude.
And there's Venice. And Vatican City. This is nice. If you hitting all these places, all you need is a sheet of each. or maybe 2 so you can use the back that Penny really likes.
Put your pictures over here and then put your main page over there. Oh, that'd be fun.
Now, I'm going to tell you guys, here in Ankeny, we have Leaning Tower of Pizza. And it's a pizza place that's been in business since I was a little girl, and they have the best pizza.
Good pizza.
And then we have Rome, sightseeing.
I love that. Water.
I know, that's kind of a neat border, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Where are we going next, Penny?
We're going to go to London, England.
All right. So we got London stickers.
We have a laser cut type thing.
Oh my gosh, is that Big Ben?
It is Big Ben.
I haven't been there, but I've heard about it.
Yeah, me too. See it on TV.
Yes. And there's the England, Explore England, it's called. We have Buckingham Palace. You know, even if you don't go to England, but maybe you keep track of things like royal weddings.
Oh.
That Buckingham Palace would be good for that.
That would be good. Here's Big Ben.
Ellen says they have a leaning tower in Niles, Illinois. I wonder if they're related.
Oh.
And there's the
I don't
London
know.
city sights.
And just love that
That
bottom.
is really neat. I agree.
Love
I love
that
that
bottom.
too.
Okay, that's enough traveling. Now
So there might be some
now
travel
it's
in here,
time
Penny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there might
Okay.
be. So a lot of people travel in the summer and watch for a fun travel theme.
Well, how about
Start remembering.
Wisconsin?
Love Wisconsin, home of the Packers. That's Doug's favorite.
And then South. Oh, South.
Scouts of America. And you know, it's hard to get Boy Scout stuff. So that is really a great paper. And I love this one, Learning to Drive. These all came in from Reminisce. And we've got My First Haircut. And First Bath. So cute. And then Book Club. There's a lot of people that are in Book Club. And
This is
so
nice.
we ordered this thinking that would be really good. And Nurse, I guess we missed Nurse's Day. Well,
It was
we talked about it.
Monday.
We talked about it. And then a wheelchair. And you've got My Cast. I can relate to both of those. And Cross Country. And then isn't that a beautiful ballet
That
paper?
is cute.
And
So
it
many
is
little
it's,
dancing
it
girls.
is recital time right now. So
Oh, yes.
and then Mount Rushmore, which I love Mount Rushmore.
Such a classic.
I've not been to Niagara Falls, but it's on the list.
I've been on both sides.
And remind me we have to ring the bell when we get done because
Okay.
somebody's looking for Croatia.
Croatia.
Oh, and Marcy says Scouts of America is the new name for Boy Scouts. I didn't know that. Pretty cool.
Okay. Awesome.
We have a question. Have any of those been double-sided? Those were all
No,
single.
those are
were
all single-sided. And while we're thinking of it, we'll work on Croatia.
Croatia, okay.
All right, so then we've got some family names.
Little
So-
Sister. We used to call our daughter Little Sister.
Travel Croatia.
Chris is on
Please.
it. Chris is all over it.
Big Sister.
Big Brother. Oh, seen that. We might have to flip through those. A lot of these we showed you earlier.
Ooh, Bahamas.
There's the journal.
And then
Tropical
this
journal.
is the Bahama Relaxing Tropical Paradise. Fun in the Sun.
We love that.
And oh, this is England. We missed the England journal.
So you can see we have
England.
really stocked up on our travel paper. We know a lot of people are traveling or will be traveling this summer.
Nice
Japan. Yeah, that's a good one. That's beautiful, really. And then we've got Buffalo Bison, maybe for Custer's Park.
That's two-sided.
It's all watercolor.
I
and
love
it's really
that.
pretty. Australia,
Australia.
and that's a rerun. Sorry we didn't get these cleaned out a little sooner, guys. And Africa, we didn't have hardly anything for Africa, so I was glad to get this in.
And then Africa Memories Adventure. And our local school.
These are back in stock for our Ankeny Hawks and the Ankeny Jaguars, the 2 high schools here in town. And then you know how Penny, they wear the camouflage
Yep.
at the football games. So we've
Yep.
got that in our local school colors. And it might be your school colors also, or maybe you just want some black and white camo.
Yeah. Yeah, the girls wear those overalls and
Yeah, I think
the camos. And
I know they wore them when our
colors.
kids were in high school. And then
Yep.
here we go, show choir.
Oh, we got to repeat driving. Oh, cousins.
That's been a really popular because it's bright, fun
colorful
colors
that
and
is.
big words. Oh, there's cross country.
London.
We had one thing of Croatia for a customer,
Italy.
and it seems
gone.
to be gone.
Okay. We're going to flunk
And
out on Croatia,
Spain.
but we will get some ordered, so that's not a
Oh.
problem.
Horseshoe Bend in Arizona. And then the Bahamas.
And they want to see the Let's Go. Evidently, we don't have a picture of it online. So of the AL, we need to see
The travel?
The travel one. And I agree with Diane. She said she liked the Cousins paper. So TJ, here is the Let's Go. And we'll have to get a picture of that online. I thought we got those all done yesterday, but we'll get that fixed
Yeah,
up.
because I missed that one too then because I thought I looked at them.
And this is brand new, and I'm gonna see if Teresa would want to work with this. It's a die set, and it's called Back Pocket. But look at it, makes like a jean pocket. Isn't that
Oh.
cute? So you can do different stitching. You can't really. I don't think.
Oh,
Let me hold it up
yeah.
and see if we can see it. There, you can kind of see the different stitching. And it's $18.99. So that is
Cute.
brand new. And this is the 2024 6x6 paper pack from Scrapbook Customs, which is really nice. It is personalized with 2024. And then back in stock, I think this is all back in stock. The that we have a really
Abstract
bad glare on.
florals.
There we go. And we did projects with that, and it was really fun to work with.
Garden
And
party elements.
And that, can you hold it up, maybe straight up and down? There we go, Penny. We must be right under the light here in a bad place. So garden party elements, and then the next one is called bubble wrap. It's a die set. But look at that crisscrossy, kind of like woven fibers. And that's butterflies and
Swirls.
We got Tim Holtz here mixed in with Elizabeth Crafts, but you know what?
They play well
They're
together.
both our top sellers. So here's Curiosity Shop. It's back in stock. And you're going to see a lot of that from Teresa. And brush strokes, if you don't have brush strokes, it's a great basic.
Oh, and I used it on my cards.
Oh, you did today?
Yeah.
Okay, well then it's just
So-
in time.
You'll definitely want that. More Elizabeth Craft.
Yep. And, and we had, hey, Chris, will you see if we have Kansas City Royals?
Yes.
All right, Chris is checking out. There's Jungle Leaves. I think we might have had a request for that. And florals, 27. Ooh, I was thinking 27. That's a lot of florals.
No, because then this is Florals 28.
Well, there's been a lot of florals at Elizabeth Crafts then. And we've got Floral Greenery 2. And this is that really popular one that's the postage, but it's size for your planner. It's a planner page.
With numbers.
Yep, and you got lots of cool numbers, different shapes. And did we show that one? It's Florals 27. I don't know. I feel like I said Florals 27. Oh, yep, we did show that
We
one.
did show that one.
Okay.
Okay. Moving
And
on.
this has also been very popular, this alphabet. I'm not sure, what is it called? Letters
Planner?
and numbers. Planner Essentials 37. Trying to read it, but it's got the stitching, everybody, around the letters.
How
and
big
they're
are those
probably
letters?
a good inch, maybe a
good
inch and a
inch?
quarter.
And do they have numbers?
They have numbers.
Becky wants this one, I think.
Well, she's here today, so she can grab it.
Okay.
And then the next one is, this is one we sold out of and we needed for a customer. It's got your little number clips, but then this piece is what Diane showed us, where you cut that out and fold it, and then you can turn any paper into a page that fits in your planner. Oh, and Evening
Nothing?
Rose. Evening Rose is here. Or it's back in stock. And that's just beautiful blue florals, blue and yellow. Chris just reported in on Kansas City Royals. We have lots of baseball, but we don't have specific to the Royals. So sorry about that, everybody. Penny, I'm kind of wore out, so are we ready to
Woo!
color?
Yeah, I'm ready to
That
color.
was a lot of good stuff, everybody. We've kind of been saving up, so we will try to keep up with our new stuff coming in. We have a lot coming in. I know Derek just came in from UPS and brought boxes, and I'm sure Diane's happy to see them and working on them in the back. So today Penny is doing I'm going to call it clean and simple, because
Sure.
you're going to see a lot of clean and simple here at Memory Bound over the next few weeks. And Penny was actually going to do this after Mother's Day. Should we tell about that, Penny?
Oh yeah, faux pas.
During
faux
the
pas.
clean and simple days, but then we realized it was after Mother's Day, and we wanted you to have a chance to check out this Mother's Day garden stamp set, which is normally $9.99, and we have it on special at 20% off, which makes it $8. So doing a little math there, everybody.
Wow, that's on the fly.
It is.
Good job.
But it's, this could be Mother's Day, but also maybe you're doing an album to celebrate Mom, or you're doing a scrapbook or something, and you got a picture of Mom, and that would work. A mother's love is more beautiful than any fresh flower. And isn't that that is so sweet.
It
Penny?
is. It is. And I think I used every sentiment.
Oh, good. We'll get to see them all
So they all stamped really well. Okay,
Where do you
so
wanna start?
we're gonna start over here on just the panels. And I'm just gonna I have a feeling. Okay.
then.
Yeah.
So, and
So sometimes
if
it's
you're,
do what I do and then
well,
not
Penny
do.
always makes up these nice little charts so you know what color. And then if you're new to Copic markers, we need to just explain a little bit about the markers, Penny.
All right. Well, the Copic marker is an alcohol-based marker, and it has two lids and it has two nibs. There's a gray band on this end, and so this is the brush nib. And so that's the nib that's most often used by most everybody. And then this is what they call the chisel nib, and this is great for wide strokes. And I use both nibs on different places in the cards, and we'll just kind of go about that.
And the markers are refillable. You can get refills if you're local. Penny does have a marker refill service.
Yep.
That you can bring your markers here to Memory Bound, and Penny refills them. And they don't leave streaks. Penny, you probably forget because you're such a Copic gal, but normal markers, when you color, you get streaks.
Yes.
And the Copic, the alcohol
Yes.
ink, it just blends together really nicely.
I always had those cheap markers when I was teaching in school, and it always bugged me when the lines would overlap and then part of it would be darker, and it was like,
And this, then you're in a good place now.
yes, I am in a, yes.
They're made for blending. They're actually were artist markers, and they kind of migrated into the craft world. I don't know, maybe 15 years ago, and
Yeah.
we've been carrying them for a long time, and we carry every single color. And
There's 300 and some.
yeah, I should know exact, but I don't.
Yeah. I'm just going to demonstrate what we talk about blendable. I grabbed two markers, the V22 and the V25. Each number deals with something specific, and I don't bog anybody down because nobody really cares. And but it's a natural blending, and it's also great because you're going to see how the colors and the ink just moves and grows, and I am going to use the chisel end, and I'm going to do it big so that you can see. So I'm just going to color this, and this is my darker color, and then I'm going to take my big one, or my other one, which is the V22, and then I'm going to show you how the color is lightening over here, and it's moving and shifting, and I'm really trying to do this on a big scale so that you can see. I'm going to wash
and
this.
This, Penny, this is a great demonstration. This is really going to show it. If you're interested, if you're new to Copic markers or kind of a beginner, you can call and talk to Penny, and she would be happy to
Oh, yeah.
help you pick out colors or figure out what you need to start with. Oh my gosh, Penny, that did a great job.
You know, you can keep going because the more times you go over it, now the way the colors are, there's like colorless blender in here, and there's more of it in here than there is in here. So when I put the lighter color on top of the darker color, it's moving things around. Now I'm going to go back to that dark color, and I'm going to put it right next to it. And you can see there is a difference.
So you can see how it all blends and there are no marker lines.
Now, these are also the same two colors that I used on this pot.
Oh gosh.
So in this stamp set, I started, you know, trying to do some blending, but I didn't fall in love with any of the blending. So I would recommend simple coloring. One color flower, one color leaf and stem, two color pot, or three color if you have three colors that blend well together. So this I'll just do it down here for you.
That's so cute.
I'm gonna do the left-hand side. The flower always goes towards the sun. So this is where the sun is going to be shining from. So naturally this side will be the shadow. So I'm going to do the darkest on this end. I'm going to do the bottom edge and right underneath it, because that would be a natural shadow from the pot. And then I'm just going to flick over and then do the bottom rim. So then I'm going to grab the lighter, the V22, and then I'm going to blend it all out.
We had a request for an in-store Copic class. Penny,
Oh,
we'll have to talk about that. Thank you for the idea, Heidi. That is a possibility. That color, I really love it.
now if you think there's not enough shadow, just take that dark one and just go over that little edge, maybe a little underneath, again on the outside. And there you go.
No line.
No line. So that's a little bit about the Copic marker.
I think that's great because we have to remember so many people maybe are not into the Copics. I'm going to say yet.
Yeah, yet. So before I forget, I'm going to write this leaf down here, this G21. So this is kind of what we did along, and those were the same colors that we used on the pot over here. All right. So what I do when I start, I start different combinations. I try to find some things. It's so little things that you don't want to do. I don't like the BV08. I think it's too dark.
A little dark.
Yep. And I tried a little colorless blender on top of it to lighten it up. But, you know, it also gave me a chance to tell you what not maybe to use or to try.
I think that's good that you can show us different things.
But this flower purple I thought was prettier, this V09. And, you know, whatever green you like, sometimes I tend to lean, like on this pink flower, it was a lighter pink, so I went with a lighter green and a lighter purple. So that was intentional. Sometimes you just want to, if you have one green, use your green. So back here, this one's the orange, the YR04, and there's an asterisk in the little chart because then this was actually glossy accented. And I don't know if you can
Let me
see
pick
that
it
or
up
not.
and see. So after you colored it, you put glossy accents on it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, now we can see it.
And I did the
got a
same
shine.
thing with the pot. And that pot is YG23 and the leaf is G24. And those were all just simple,
And-
one color.
And I will take pictures of all of this for you guys that Penny's done for us.
So the flower, this was one that I was trying to do some blending
That's bright.
with.
That is a really bright
It's very
pink.
bright. That RV02 and 04. I have the darkest color at the bottom. and then the lighter colors at the top of the petals. I did the leaf YG05 and 07, and you really can't tell the difference of where it's blended because it's so little that it just kind of meshed together more. The pot is the B02, 4, and then the 1, 6. I wanted to ground it. I grounded this yellow-green pot with a shadow, not just having it sit in midair. On this pot, I put it on the table. So I used some earth tones, the 3-4, the 3-5, the 3-9, and then washed it with the 3-3. And I can show you that after a bit. So then just a nice pot color, the YR01, 02, and 04. And then I really like this pot color, the 8.
I do too.
The R83 and the R85.
I was going to mention that earlier when you were talking about the purple flower. I really like that red.
Yeah. So glossy accents or that Nouveau Glaze. I had some Nouveau Glaze at home too. If you want your pot to look glassy, like a glass pot, that would be a great time to use glossy accents. Now, one of them sitting around here is actually glossy accented in the morning and then colored at night.
Oh, well, I'm anxious to see how that turned out, Penny.
Yeah. So, in fact, it was the red.
Oh, it's this one.
It's red. Great transition, Penny.
Yes, good job, Penny.
All right. So, this is the flower. So, this was glossy accented, the whole thing, before I left for work. And it was great because nobody's
It
at
dried.
home and the dog
Nobody
can't
could put
mess
their
with
hand
it,
in
So, when I got home, I took out the R29 and I just colored on top of the glossy accents. And then I used the G28, kind of what I call a traditional leaf color. Mm-hmm. And then I tried to use the E37 and the 35, but there's really no blending because you're doing it on top of glossy accents. So I just kind of added some lines because it's going to kind of separate. So I went with more of the dark of the 37 up here and the 35 down below. But that's what it looks like. And you can color on it.
You can color on glossy accents.
So then I did the same thing without glossy accents. So this is that R29 and then the G28 and then the E37 and 35 with that blending. I put it on a board. Doodlebug is my favorite.
We love the Doodlebug petite prints, guys.
There's a little bit of a shadow on the board, and then one of the sentiments, a mother is like a flower, each one beautiful and unique. That doesn't have to be for Mother's Day.
It
That
doesn't.
Could be any
It could
time.
be any time. I really like that.
So, and then to tie in the Doodlebug a little bit more, I pulled out the black and white check, and then I thought I'd tie a little bit of red ribbon in there with that.
You guys, Penny does this a lot with her cards. So remember, this is another use for your ribbon. A lot of us tie bows and we put knots and things like that, but you can just use it for a border.
Well, and I love it because then, you can hide your tails inside the book binding.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Because it's one of my favorites. And then this was I love this card. This is one shade lighter. This is the R27. The G07 leaf is a little bit brighter. And then I went with the grays, the C3 and the C5. I colored some natural twine with the R27.
With your Copic marker?
Yes, I did.
So this is, a lot of you have that. It's just the natural twine, and she colored it with her marker.
Colored it. And I had glossy accents sitting down on my table, so I just put a little glossy accent and stuck the ribbon down, the bow down, called it a day.
Now, what adhesive did you use for that ribbon, Penny?
This I used 1/2-inch score tape.
Okay, so score tape.
Because then you can't see it.
Right,
And
right.
it's the same 1/2 inch as the ribbon. So the Happy Mother's Day sentiment is perfect, but then give me a little something. And so I just used the black lip pen and a ruler, and I finished off the card.
Nice, very nice.
So that is another.
Like I said, this
Trip.
is, I love it that it's a tulip after being at the Tulip Festival.
Yeah. So that's that. Now let's,
What's next?
the pink.
Oh, and here we go with the stamp that we showed earlier.
Yep. The brush stroke.
Brush stroke.
Yeah, there we go. So I was trying to do down low, and I did one up high, and they're in different orientations. That's still the Oxide of Lost Shadow, because I just wanted it kind of simple and clean, but yet not bright. So on this, I used the RV34 for the flower, and then the YG63. Now it's going to look like
It looks like
it
it's striped.
alternates. So I did 2 coats on every other layer
so
of
it's
leaf.
the same marker.
Same marker, but 2 coats. And then the pot, I went with more of an earth tone like the terracotta, the E97 and 99, and I like that combination. Then I got my scoreboard out, and I scored.
Oh, that's, yes.
I scored twice on the top and once on the bottom, and you might have to pick that up.
Closer. So it looks like it's been embossed, like with an embossing folder, but you can just do it with your scoreboard. I
And
love
to
that.
get the
I love that.
raised on the outside,
Yeah.
I put it down and I scored on the inside.
So you have to be aware of what
Yep.
side you're scoring
Which
on.
which way do you want it, and then you can score
That's a
on
great
that way.
idea.
So on the other one that I used brush strokes with, I used a different pink. I used the RV21. And then I used the same on the little banner I made for the,
See, I always
for the
forget that you
text.
can do that with your wording. You can color it with your Copic markers.
yeah, so that's like 1 coat, and that I think I used a little colorless blender on that, and then this is like 2 coats.
So Penny, we do have a question, like for this
Yes.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
Do you color it with the pink and then stamp it, or do you
I
stamp?
did.
Okay, so
I
color
did
it
because
first.
I wanted to make sure I picked the right spot
Yeah. Okay.
on my coloring. And then the ribbon is just polyester ribbon that's again 1/2 inch, and I colored it with N1 because to me that was like the same color
like-
as
I
the
thought it was Lost Shadow,
Lost
but-
Shadow. So, and then I just wanted something. I couldn't find my warm pearls, but I had other pearls, so I just put two little
Couple of
pearls
pearls
there.
for Mom.
Yep. And I stuck with the natural pots, the N4 and then the N2. Now on this one, I outlined it because I didn't fussy cut. I just cut on the line. I love cutting on the line. And that's why I have this one over here, is that you will see sometimes you will have the white edges, like there's a white on this
Right,
corner
from
and the
where you
white
cut.
on this, white up here, because that's how we normally cut. But if you take a dark color, like the
this is a great tip.
W10, to me, this is my black. I don't use black. But just rub it on the edge.
Oh, Penny, that makes a huge difference.
And then with that brush nib, you can get down.
I can name about 5 tips already that you have shown today. And so Penny's coloring along the edge to get rid of that white. And that's what she did. And it does look better, Penny. Because here's her sample of the one that she has on her card. And it looks very clean. Even sometimes when you die cut with a die and you're not fussy cutting, you have that white edge.
Yep. And that's what that all, they don't have that white edge. So now that's ready to go on another card
Ooh.
front. And I can stick a little sentiment above or below that.
Oh, that's cute.
And to me, it finishes off a cutout because there's no die for that. So I just cut it out and then use that dark marker. So highly recommend.
I love that.
Love that little
And she
that
said
little
that
idea.
she used the Lost Shadow Oxide on her background.
Yep. All right.
And the ribbon, we should just comment that if
Yep.
you're coloring with the Tim Holtz water-based distress inks, you need to use the seam binding that's rayon. But if you're using Copic markers,
I use
you can use the
polyester.
polyester and it works just fine.
Yep.
And we have a question about fussy cutting. What is
Yes.
fussy cutting?
So fussy cutting is actually taking your scissors, and I love these cutter,
The cutter bees are
the
really
cutter
good.
bees,
Good.
and you're going to cut out your image.
I love fussy cutting. Some people do not like it at all, but I love it.
So when you're cutting out on the line, you're just cutting out on the line. So this is, and I'll do both.
So fussy cutting just means I think it's a term
So-
used in sewing a lot, and we've picked it up in the paper craft world.
So this to me is cutting on the line. To me, fussy cutting is making the effort to create that white border around the black edge of your image. Now, I don't know if that's the true definition.
Well, I think any cutting out little pieces like this, I would call fussy cutting.
So,
Barbara says she loves it because it's calming. And Barbara, I agree. I love fussy cutting. I think you either love it or you hate it. And you see a lot of it in the Graphic 45 projects that Graphic 45 does. They love fussy cutting, and their paper lends itself to it.
so that's,
Penny, you are a really good fussy cutter.
I like to
You've got
cut.
a very even
and
edge there.
I really like these scissors. These are my go-to cutting scissors for hand detail.
Can you ring the bell so we can get a pair of those to show people? And Barbara agrees that you either love it or hate it.
Yep.
Nice job, Penny. So
Thanks.
here she showed you on this side where she cut right up to the line, and over here she cut it with a little bit of white on the edge.
So then if you decide that you don't want that white edge, you could almost
We're trying it because that's what we do here.
make it bigger. I wouldn't recommend that, but
Mary says these are thanks, Janine. Mary says these are her ribbon scissors. But these are the cutter bees, and oh my gosh, these are a classic, and I have these also. They are super sharp. They're so sharp you get a little cover for them. My cover's long gone. I don't know if you still have yours, Penny.
I do.
But
I have 2 pairs.
she's got 2 pairs. They're $12.49, and they cut all the way to the tip. And you can see that tip is really sharp from looking at this picture. And I think these are probably a fan favorite of all time. Mm-hmm. They're calling it detail cutting.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what's next? You've got so
Okay.
many good ones.
Just 3 different cards.
Oh, I love these.
So we'll just kind of stick those down there. So I wanted a yellow, and this was my favorite yellow combination, the Y08 with the Y19. The 19 is down towards the stem, and then the leaf is the G21 and the G24. And what I did was I colored the G21, and then I just kind of went over the lines with the G24 and then did the 21 over it again. No big deal. And again, I wouldn't recommend it. I would just pick a color and color it. Yep.
I love your grounding.
The pot was the E131517 Natural Series. And then I just grounded it like on the ground. It's just on the ground.
It's really neat how it fades out, though, Penny.
And then I picked some doodlebug. I had scrap of doodlebug, so I used a polka dot, but I wanted more white. And then I needed something else, so I just went to my black and white because I had it out also.
Okay, and I'm going to tell you that this catches my eye more than anything. Because sometimes it's hard for me to use a pattern paper for a mat because, it looks funny. This is amazing. So if it's really a thin mat, I love that. I'm assuming maybe it's the buffalo check.
It is.
I'm not sure, but
Yep.
that is really cool.
So, since I was going through my doodlebug scraps, I came across the polka dots. And I wanted something really pale. And so I kept going, Jeff, what do you think? Should I do the white with the black or
You were
black with the
asking Jeff?
white? Yeah, I was. And, he's not, he doesn't know much about colors, but he does have an opinion. So I thought, I started with that really blush color. Now, this is an earth tone. That's what I just wanted to make sure I told everybody. But it's that pink, so I call it blush. It's an E01. And so then I went with a really pale green, which is that YG. It's a yellow green, 1-1. Then the pot, I did the N2 and the N1. And then I just wanted to, so then I decided, I thought, I looked down at my table and there's 2 scraps. So I went with the big with the white background. Then I just did a band with the black and I popped this up.
I like it, and it kind of is your focal point, the dark stripe.
Yeah, it just kind
behind
of
your
brings
flower.
everybody right there. And then I thought, I haven't really die cut anything. So I just grabbed what I had in my stash for ovals. And that R27 again, red. I really gravitated toward red this time.
There are a lot of red.
Yeah. And then the leaf was the G09 because it's kind of bright. And then the pot was the blue series of the B32, 34, and 37. And the 37 is just on the edge. So then the grass, I started with the G05, and then I added a little G07 and G09, and then I just kept adding. And then I thought, the pot's really got to be in the grass. So then the grass goes over the pot.
Grass had to go over the pot.
Yeah. So, and then I just matted it and then popped it up. And
It looks good. I like it. It fits an oval. When you have a tall shape like
yeah.
that, it fits an oval very well.
yeah. So those were those 3. And then I kind of saved the big
The
one.
wowzer for last.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a wowzer, but
I think it is.
the big one.
I get to see it before everybody else. But here we go.
So this one's a 3-in-1. So it's a pale orange, which is the YR65, and the leaf is the G24, and the pot is the YG93 and 95. I could have made them all match, but I wanted you to see a couple of different combinations. I love this 93,
I
95
love that too.
with the 39 and 33. But then, I wanted to throw in, that's the BG 93 and 96, those 2 greens. But then I wanted to throw a yellow one in to kind of counteract it. So that's the Y23 and 26 with glossy accents.
I think that looks neat. How you got 3 pots.
The flower is the Y04, the leaf is the G19, and then this flower is the R32 with the leaf of G94. And then I made my own floor, and that was an E35, 37, 39, and then a wash of the 33. So I wanted to just put them on the floor. You could call that a table.
And Penny has shown us how to do this, and you've
I
shown
have.
us how to do the grass.
Yep.
And Janet did put a link earlier on how people can find your previous Copic coloring videos.
Yes.
Very cool. Oh
Another little tip.
We love tips.
If you don't have this eraser, I had ink on my hands when I was stamping. You get it on the edge of your fingers, then all of a sudden it's on the front of your card. If you have the sand side, it will take off most of the Memento ink bloopers that sometimes you get, because I actually got one on the scored card. It was right up in here.
Oh, it
and
did take it off.
The
I don't see it
eraser
at all.
took 99% of it off. Of course, I know where it is, but
You see it maybe, but
yeah.
I don't.
So this is my go-to for every once in a while you get that bloober.
So that's the mono sand eraser.
Yep.
Penny, I think this has been fabulous, and this is so great because we are going to be doing clean and simple cards coming up, and I think Penny gave us a really good kind of a jump start for Mother's Day, and lots of samples here, and she's used the Mother's Day sentiments, but you could put happy birthday on these.
Oh,
or
absolutely.
Friendship.
It's just a nice stamp.
This is the Mother's Day Garden from Impression Obsession, and it's $9.99, but it's on special for $8. It's 20% off with Penny's demo today. So if you are thinking about that, get it before they're gone, and we'll post all kinds of pictures. And you guys look at what Penny does for us. So for all of her designs, she makes a little chart so that we can show you exactly what colors she used if you want to repeat it. And we did have, and you brought out some of the petite prints.
Yeah, we had a couple of the 6x6 paper pads, and the print's always a little bit smaller on that. And those were the colors that I'd used, the bumblebee and the black. If you don't have glossy accents, it's always fun to add a little touch.
Glossy accents is great. It's great. And I never thought about coloring Copic on top of it, Penny.
I know,
but
it was a lot of
wow,
fun.
It's cool to try new things.
Yep.
Well, you got a lot of people say thank you, great demo, lots of hearts.
Yay.
So thank you so much, Penny, for
Absolutely.
coloring for us, for coloring for work.
Yeah.
I'm going to work. I got a color today.
Yeah, I got a color today.
That's what I remember Michelle Houghton talking about that when she used to come in and teach classes. So thank you a bunch, and we're going to be back tomorrow, and I think maybe Peggy's here. I'm not really sure, but we'll be back here tomorrow at 9:30 a.m.
Yep.
Remember, if you want to pick up that stamp, to grab it today before they're gone. And thanks everyone for joining us today, and we will see you tomorrow morning.